What's going on, everybody? Hope you're all having a fantastic day today. Now, yes, indeed, I know I'm a little late to the party, but who cares, honestly? You know, it's YouTube. You can only prioritize so many different videos. I tried to get as many hot topics out as I could, but this video has to be made regardless because I think it's extremely important, for pretty much everybody out there to understand what's going on, and hopefully this will continue into the future when it comes to Call of Duty. But of course, ladies and gentlemen, before we go ahead and dive deep, if you do enjoy what you hear today, don't forget to go ahead and subscribe and hit that bell. And also, if you do enjoy the video, leave a like as well. It supports the channel a ton and helps us get out there in the algorithm a little bit better. And last but not least, if you guys are interested in any of my live streams, I do stream over on Kick pretty much daily. I got a link to that channel as well as all my other socials down in the description of this video. All right, so ladies and gentlemen, also very quickly, this is the brand new camo, guys. Oh, God. Again, I knew what I was, getting myself into. It's not like we didn't know what the camo looked like, but now that I see it on my weapon, I gotta be honest, it kind of looks like puke, does it not? Remember back in the day in my World War II 2009, when everybody called the fall camo the throw-up camo? That's what this kind of makes me think of, except maybe you had like a strawberry milkshake or something like that, and you threw it up onto a gun. Not the best looking camo. But still, we've had a decent amount of good-looking camos throughout the weeks, throughout the months, so I can't be mad with one of them looking a little iffy. But I want to know what you guys think. Go down in the comment section and let me know. Do you guys think this is a good camo, or do you think it's bad camo? I'm not going to lie, for 8 weeks, seems a little underwhelming. You would think that they would put this as, maybe one of the weekly challenges or one of the event camos, but, so be it. But ladies and gentlemen, let's get straight into the video today. Today is going to be an amazing day, ladies and gentlemen, because as you can see right here from Charlie Intel, the new PlayStation 5 system software update today appears to have disabled the ability to use Cronus software on the PS5 console. Cronus manufacturer has issued a notice on their website stating they are trying to fix the issue, but that for now, it is disabled because of Sony. This is phenomenal. This is phenomenal. Finally, someone else besides, Activision or EA or these publishers or these games. Finally, it's actually the consoles themselves that are coming for these devices. This is huge news, ladies and gentlemen, because again, I made a video about this a while ago, but people underestimate how easy it is to cheat on console. Everybody always pinpoints it on PC, and obviously so. PC has tons of cheaters, and honestly, PC has the worst cheats. You have things like aimbot, wall hacks, so on and so forth. But that doesn't mean that it's not absurdly easy to cheat on the console. I mean, the Zim and the Cronus have, thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of purchases every month. I'm not talking about lifetime. I'm talking about every month people are purchasing these things. Thousands are being purchased, okay? And these things are being used on console. So to say that console doesn't have a cheating problem is just being completely tone deaf to the overall situation here. But this is huge, absolutely huge. But we are still a bit away from making sure that Call of Duty is a safe, good place to not have to worry about losers who just don't know how to play a game, or losers who just enjoy making people pissed off and ruining other experiences. And again, if that's you, please just get a life. I'm begging you to get a life. But again, I guess me saying that isn't really benefiting the cause because that's what they want you to do. That's the worst part about cheaters. That's the worst part about cheaters because you can't talk crap to them. You can't roast them because that's what they want. They want you to get angry. The whole reason that they're doing it is, again, two reasons. They're either awful at the game and they need some assistance, or B, they're trying to piss people off. So when you roast them and you get pissed off, that's literally feeding into them. The best thing to do is just, I guess, shut up and not say anything. But back to what I was saying, we are kind of a long ways off from this problem being completely resolved. This is only on PlayStation 5, and from what I've heard, apparently you can still, just skip the update and use your Cronus without having to worry about anything. You can still use online features. You can still play Call of Duty. From what I hear, the next update, the update that comes after the one that, is supposed to ruin Cronus and all this stuff, that will be mandatory. Then you'll be screwed and you have to update. But first and foremost, the first update isn't mandatory. You can skip right past it. And then secondly, all the other platforms don't have to worry about this whatsoever. The PlayStation 4 can still go ahead and use Cronus without any problems. Xbox players, nothing just yet from Microsoft, so they're still able to use it. And of course, PC. Go ahead and plug in the Cronus to PC, and you could probably, I guess, I don't know if you could use it for PC, to be honest with you. Correct me down in the comment section, but I'm assuming you could use it on all platforms. I don't know why they want to do that, Just from a simple business perspective, you would think the smartest thing to do is to make sure that your product works across the board on everything. So even though it's a good step, we still have a long way to go. And even if you want to go ahead and turn off crossplay so you don't have to deal with Xbox or PC players who could still potentially use Cronus, you still have PlayStation 4 players. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, you are always going to be versing it. Now, I will say there's probably not as many people playing on PlayStation 4 anymore compared to a PS5. So you might not have to worry about it as much, but it's still going to be relevant. It's still going to be there. And if you're on Xbox or PC, you're absolutely screwed. It's not like you can only verse PlayStation players. You know what I'm saying? If you could, that's kind of messed up. You're always going to be playing in crossplay with other PC and Xbox players. So you're probably going to be dealing with it nonstop as well. But, even though I said some gloomy news, some gloomy information, still, this is fantastic. It's the step in the right direction, and it's the step that we needed because Sony isn't a small dog. They are a massive corporation, and they own the frickin', PlayStation consoles. If they're going to go ahead and do this, that is a huge step in the right direction because other people will probably see this and take the right steps as well. Microsoft, owning basically PC. If you play on PC, basically you're with Microsoft. And Xbox, I'm assuming Microsoft will go ahead and take the step as well. And when they take the step, then we are really in for a good treat. But I don't think this is going to be something that happens right away. This is going to be something that has to take years and years and years to go ahead and accomplish. Because even if they do go ahead and, do it for Xbox and PC, you still have last-gen consoles that aren't getting updated for this crap. So even if cheaters are getting annoyed and cheaters are getting, pushed out, they can still go and buy an old-gen console and still play these current-day games. More than likely, we're going to have to wait until last-gen gets phased out of the picture of Call of Duty, and now we only have PS5s and the newer Xbox consoles and PCs. And then we could probably see some positive change where there's absolutely no cheaters and, everybody can get, banned across the board if they use a Cronus, and you don't have to worry about it. But until that day comes, I feel like we're still going to have some trouble here, and we're still going to run it into a lot of these douchebags. And I also believe it's extremely important for me to go ahead and bring this up, but it's not just the Cronus, It's great that they took the steps in the right direction to getting Cronus out of here, but there's also other devices like the Zim and other things that give players a benefit on console and on PC. We have to make sure that we knock out all these devices across the board. Honestly, I feel like any third-party device that you plug into your console should not be allowed. It doesn't matter. The only thing you should be allowed is your controller or your mouse and keyboard. That's simply it. And if you want to use a mouse and keyboard on console, you have to plug it in yourself, and you have to go through the input crap that they put you through. And, usually it's pretty garbage. I don't like using mouse and keyboard on my console. That's why I never bother playing any of the betas on console unless I go ahead and use a controller. PC is just way better. But that's how it should be. That's how it should be. You shouldn't have any devices that give you a massive advantage on console while using a mouse and keyboard, and you shouldn't have anything that gives you a massive advantage even with a controller that gives you, better aim or better recoil control. Anything that you have to plug in should be automatically canceled. Obviously, other things should be able to be plugged in and should work, but they have to find a nice middle ground. And even with these devices being banned, we still need to make sure that the anti-cheat Ricochet actually works properly for the rest of the cheats out there. Wall hacks, aimbot, UAV things, and all of the above. There's so many cheats out there. And again, it's a reason it's a multi-million-dollar business, right? I will say I get annoyed when people out there accuse every person they see of cheating. Every single person that outguns them is a cheater. I get annoyed with that. But I can't deny the fact that there are a ton of cheaters actually out there. There are. Because, again, it wouldn't be a multi-million-dollar business if they weren't getting money from somewhere. And it's people out there who are buying this stuff nonstop, along with the third-party, things like Cronus and Zims all the time as well. Ricochet has to be upgraded, man. It has to be upgraded. They're too busy focusing on the freaking toxicity and the toxic chat instead of making sure that people can't get into the game with these, these cheats. Honestly, I feel like you shouldn't even be allowed to load up the game before it scans your system for any software. The fact that it has to go through multiple different things, you have to be reviewed, reported, it shouldn't be left up to the eyes of a human being. Because again, humans, we're not perfect, okay? We make mistakes all the time. And in my opinion, the people who are reviewing these clips probably can't even tell the difference between an extremely skilled person and someone who's actually cheating. You know what I'm saying? So you want to know how you counter that? By detecting it right away at the source. The second the game loads up, you have to be able to see if it is cheats or not, right? You can't rely on people to determine if someone is cheating. But ladies and gentlemen, I'm not going to keep rambling your ears off. Make sure you go down in the comment section and let me know how you feel about all this stuff. Are you happy that Cronus, well, you know what? I shouldn't even ask that. You should be happy that Cronus is getting removed from PlayStation 5. If you're not happy about this, then you're probably either A, cheating, or B, you're a loser. Okay, I'm sorry to say it, but it's the truth, okay? This is phenomenal news, but I am curious, do you guys think this is going to transfer over to Microsoft products? PC, Xbox? And do you think that they might potentially do it to last-gen consoles as well, like PlayStation 4? Or do you think we're going to have to wait until the future comes when, last-gen gets kind of phased out, and then we can start seeing more improvements with less cheaters and so on and so forth? I'm just curious what you guys think about the overall topic. But as always, if you enjoyed today's video, leave a like. If you hate it, leave a dislike. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that bell. We post daily here at 8 in the morning Eastern Time, and sometimes, if it's a lucky day, we do double uploads around 4 p.m. And last but not least, we do stream almost daily as well, besides Sundays over on Kick. If you guys are interested, that stream usually goes live around 12 to 1 p.m. Eastern Time, and I have a link to that channel as well as all my other socials like Twitter and Discord down in the description of this video. But as always, thank you all for tuning in. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.